How do you know you're in a twin flame relationship? How do you know this person is your twin? So the twin flame relationship is described as a predestined relationship. It is a relationship where you guys are two halves of one soul. You think of your higher self, right? And this is the best way to think about it for me. Think of your higher self. Now, when you think of your higher self, naturally you're going to think of yourself just up there somewhere, right? But in reality, there you have a dualistic nature, especially those of us in a twin flame dynamic. You have a dualistic nature. There's the you as whatever gender that you identify as, and then there's the higher self you, the feminine aspect of that, and the masculine aspect of that. Your twin flame, your twin flame, like say my twin flame, when I think of my higher self, I think of the feminine aspect of me. That's what always comes to me first, my divine feminine. But in reality, I have a divine masculine within me as well, right? So I can call on my divine feminine energy, but I can also call on my divine masculine energy. In a twin flame dynamic, you all both have the same higher self. They represent, so let's pretend we're still talking as me. I have a divine feminine. I am the divine feminine aspect of my higher self. I am the physical representation of that. And within me is both divine feminine and divine masculine. But I am the physical representation of the feminine aspect of my higher self because I identify as female, right? The physical representation of my divine masculine would be the physical representation of the man, the divine masculine man that I consider my counterpart. And so when we move closer, this is what makes twin flame relationships so tricky. Okay? Because in order to achieve healing, in order to achieve the twin flame union, you have to be in alignment with your higher self. So the closer I move to my divine feminine, my higher self, the closer I am going to get. Because remember, my divine feminine is up there in the 5D, attached to my divine masculine. You get what I'm saying? Because they are one. They are both male and female. I am both male and female. My divine counterpart is both male and female, but they are the physical representation of the divine masculine. I am the physical representation of the divine feminine. When I move closer to my higher self, which is the both of them, and then I'm up there with him, his higher self. The closer I move or get in alignment with my higher self, the closer I get to him because I am up there with his higher self, if that makes any sense. And the further out of alignment I am with that, then the further I am away from my union with my divine counterpart in the physical realm, in the 3D realm. That is how it works, right? So with a twin flame, they trigger you. They'll not traumatize you, not traumatize you, trigger you, trigger your evolution. You got people out here that are traumatized you. Those are not your twin flames. Granted, twin flame relationships are very difficult. And it's very hard to achieve alignment and union. It's very hard to achieve twin flame union. But you will never achieve true union with a karmic and still be in divine alignment with your higher self. Also, disclaimer, not everyone has a twin flame. That's why it is very important to know the difference between a karmic and a twin flame. Because a lot of people think that they are in a twin flame dynamic, and really they are just dealing with a horrible karmic. So here's some signs, here are some ways that you will know that you have a divine counterpart in a twin flame union. This person will give you a Kundalini awakening. So the Kundalini awakening happens at the base of your spine. And when the Kundalini rises, that's when the awakening happens. It is rising up from your base chakra all the way up to your top chakra. Granted, there are more chakras than people know about. But if you study the chakras, it starts with the base chakra and it goes all the way up to the top chakra. Once that Kundalini experience starts to happen, that Kundalini awakening and the Kundalini starts to rise, each and every chakra gets hit and it gets woken up through this process, right? So you'll find yourself feeling grounded in this person. You'll find yourself having a sexual connection with this person. I'm talking about out of this world, not unlike anything that you've ever experienced before. And as you make it up to that last one at the top, now you guys are having a psychic connection. You have a psychic connection with this person. You all can read each other's thoughts. You all can feel each other's feelings. You might even dream about each other. Which, in essence, not all of those are actually dreams. Sometimes what appears to be a dream is really just a meeting, an astral projection, where you guys are meeting in the ethers. Once you go to sleep, you're going to be with each other because your souls are longing for each other, because you're not actually together in the 3D. And because that is where you belong, that your other half, when you go into sleep mode, you go to be with them because that is who you are. They are who you are. You will feel extremely connected, not just connected, comfortable. You'll feel like you can be yourself with this person. Even if you just met them, even if you don't know them very well, it'll feel like you've known them your whole life. You don't have to, it's important. You always want to get to know the person that you're with. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that it'll be effortless to be with this person, to be around this person, to get to know this person. Yeah. And for a lot of people, the Kundalini awakening part, where we get to the part where we are having a psychic connection with each other, that is normally what triggers running. Especially if one of the counterparts is not very spiritual and they've never experienced spiritual things before. So they'll feel like, what is this? What is happening? It'll scare them. It'll make them want to run even further, even faster, because they've never experienced anything like this before in their life. And now it feels like you done put a root on them. Now it feels like you doing voodoo or something on them. Or they'll feel like something is wrong with them. They'll be like, why can't I shake this person? Because they're you. That's why you can't shake them. They're you. They're just another aspect of you. And you're going to crave them until you can fully experience them. And then once you fully experience them, you'll still crave them because now you want union, because this is really just your other half. This would be like, I just watched the new Beetlejuice, and there was this woman who made it to the underworld and she lost all her body parts, and she, called out to all of her body parts to come back to her so she could staple herself back together. And when she got all her body parts back, they wasn't limping just dead body parts. No, once they came to her, it was like, okay, and now we whole again. And they went on and lived their life in the underworld. It's like that. It's just like that. Those body parts were always going to be looking for her, and she was always going to be looking for them. And she wasn't going to stop until she got her body parts back. And they weren't going to stop crawling and rolling around on the floor until they found her. It's like that. You'll never stop craving this person. That's one of the ways you'll never stop. You'll never stop. They could get on your nerves, not traumatize you. Okay? If they traumatize you, that is not your twin flame. And if you still want somebody to traumatize you, you need some therapy, first of all. Second of all, you need some time for self-reflection. Why do you want this person so bad? Because what are we talking here? Like, how much trauma do somebody got to do to you before, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not in no position to judge. I'm not saying this because, oh, what's wrong with you? No, I've been there. I was wrapped up in a karmic relationship for God knows how long. For God knows how long I was wrapped up in a karmic relationship. So I know. I have had nothing but karmics for most of my romantic life, my dating life. Okay? I'm not judging you. I'm just saying that is not your twin flame. And yes, they will push you to heal, but not so that you can reunite with them. So that you could get the hell away from them and get better and do better and find better. It won't matter how much you evolve, how much they evolve. Usually, no, if it's a karmic, it won't matter how much y'all evolve. They're not the one for you. Karmics are soulmates, but we have many soulmates in this lifetime. A twin flame is a one-time thing. Now, like I said, it's very rare for a twin flame union to happen because both parties have to want to heal. They have to both evolve and align with their higher selves so that they can unite. And this doesn't always happen. So a lot of twin flames never reunite with their other half in this lifetime. For all you know, you and your flame, you and your twin have been doing this for the past 6 lifetimes. And every time, one of y'all was ready and the other one wasn't, or neither one of y'all was ready. And so you settled for a soulmate. Because we all have many soulmates. We all do. You don't have to be with your twin flame. You can always just decide to be with a soulmate. Somebody who comes in, who makes you happy. And no, it won't be as intense. You won't necessarily have a strong psychic connection with them and blah, 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 like you will with your twin. But you can't do nothing about your twin not being ready for you. Because it's not even about them being ready for you. It's about them being ready for themselves. If they don't want to unite with their highest self, there's nothing you can do with that. There's nothing you can do about that. All you can do is live your life to the best of your ability. So for those of you all that are in separation from your twins, because your twin is running, or your twin is chasing, is still chasing, and you looking like, bro, is you cool? You know what I'm saying? You clingy. You're undesirable. I love the shit out you. I want to be with you. But you being real undesirable right now, sis. You being real undesirable right now, bro. I don't want that. You know what I'm saying? You're giving me hell. I don't want hell.